Ava was the kind of girl people admired without truly knowing. She was quiet, respectful, responsible, and always seemed to carry herself with grace. To others, she looked strong, the girl who could handle anything, the daughter who never complained, the person who always smiled no matter what she was going through. But what people saw was only the surface. Behind that gentle smile was a heart carrying more pain than words could explain. Every morning, Ava woke up with responsibilities already waiting for her. She wasn't just expected to live her life, she was expected to live it perfectly. Her family wanted her to be successful, obedient, understanding, and emotionally strong at all times. She was told to study harder, speak softer, behave better, and sacrifice more. And she tried. She truly tried. She did everything she could to make everyone proud. She ignored her own exhaustion. She stayed quiet when she felt hurt. She smiled even when her heart was heavy. Because somewhere along the way, Ava learned that being a good girl often meant carrying pain silently. At home, she rarely felt understood. Whenever she tried to express how overwhelmed she felt, she was met with phrases that slowly broke her spirit. "You're overreacting. Why are you so emotional? Other people have bigger problems." She stopped opening up, not because she didn't need help, but because she became tired of feeling unheard. As time passed, Ava mastered the art of silent suffering. She laughed when she needed to. She helped others when they were struggling. She became the person everyone leaned on. But when night came, everything changed. Her room became the only place where her true emotions could exist. She would sit by her window, staring into the darkness, replaying every painful word, every expectation, every disappointment. And slowly, her mind would fill with painful questions. Why do I feel so alone? Why am I never enough? Why does no one understand me? Tears would fall silently down her face, and yet, by morning, she would smile again. No one knew how many nights she cried herself to sleep. No one knew how emotionally exhausted she had become. No one knew how close she was to completely breaking. Until one night after another painful day, filled with criticism, pressure, and emotional dismissal, Ava finally reached her limit. She sat on her bedroom floor, overwhelmed, shaking, unable to hold in years of silent pain any longer. For the first time, she didn't try to be strong. She just cried, not softly, not briefly, but deeply, the kind of crying that comes from years of carrying too much, the kind that happens when someone has been surviving for too long without feeling truly loved. And through her tears, she whispered something she hadn't sincerely asked in years. "God, do you even see me?" The room stayed quiet, but deep within her heart something shifted. For the first time in a very long time, Ava felt something she hadn't felt before, peace. Not because her life suddenly became perfect, not because her problems disappeared, but because, in that broken moment, she realized she had never truly been alone. God had seen every hidden tear, every silent breakdown, every moment she felt invisible, every pain she thought no one noticed. He had been there all along. And for the first time, Ava understood that while people may fail to understand her, God never would. That night, her prayer was not polished. It wasn't perfect. It was raw, honest, broken. And somehow, that honesty became the beginning of her healing. Days passed. Life didn't magically become easier overnight. Her family didn't suddenly change. The pressure didn't disappear instantly. But Ava changed. She began realizing that her worth wasn't based on constant approval. She learned that feeling deeply wasn't weakness. She discovered that protecting her peace mattered. She started setting boundaries. She stopped apologizing for having emotions. And slowly, she began rebuilding the girl she had lost while trying to please everyone else. For the first time, Ava started choosing herself, not selfishly, but healthily. She still loved deeply. She still cared. But she no longer allowed herself to disappear in the process. And little by little, the girl who once cried alone every night began healing. Ava's story is not just her own. It is the story of countless girls around the world. Girls who are silently carrying emotional pain. Girls who feel misunderstood by family. Girls who are exhausted from always being strong. Girls who smile for everyone while secretly breaking inside. If that girl is you, please remember this: you are not weak. You are not too emotional. You are not invisible. Your pain matters. Your voice matters. Your healing matters. And even if no one around you fully understands what you're carrying, God does. He sees your silent battles. He hears the prayers you cry instead of speak. He understands the pain you cannot explain. And most importantly, He has not abandoned you, so hold on. Because this painful chapter is not your whole story. Your breakdown is not your ending. Your tears are not proof of weakness. They are proof that you have been strong for too long. One day, the same girl who felt invisible will become the woman who inspires others. One day, your pain will become your power. One day, your survival will become someone else's hope. So keep going, even if it's hard, even if you feel misunderstood, even if healing feels slow. Because you are stronger than you realize, and God is closer than you think.